Hey y'all, today I'd like to persuade you guys as to why video games do not cause people to become violent. Now I like to go over like about what the politicians and when other people are saying about video games. We must stop the glorification of violence in our society. This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace. It is too easy today for troubled youth to surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence. President Donald Trump said that 3 days after the San Antonio shooting. And here's another quote by politician Kevin McCarthy, which states, "We've always had guns. We've always had evil. But what's changed? Where we see this rush of shooting. I see a video game industry that teaches young people to kill." Now, in these quotes, this is a good reason as to politicians and among other people giving excuses as to why people kill or hurt other or maim. In the 1940s, people blame comic books or said that comic books are influencing their children in bad ways, and a good way to state that or see that is to the Supreme Court spent many hours upon hours in trying to decide as to why Batman and Robin are gay. And now I like to go over reasons as to why video games do not cause violence. Here we see is a chart of video game revenue and violent gun related deaths. Here we see is South Korea and China are the highest of video game related purchases, while the US is third, but is the highest in violent related gun deaths. But South Korea and China are among the lowest countries related to violent gun deaths. As to reasons why, it's probably because their laws are stricter and they have stricter gun laws. The United States is third in the world of purchases of video games, but we have the highest video game gun crime rates in the world. Now I like to go over crime rate lowers as video games become more mainstream. Here we see is another chart from the 1980s, 1998. As you can see, as video games become more mainstream, violence goes down, but video game revenue goes up. It's pretty good. And another thing to mention is that weeks after and leading up to proper video games releases, societal violence goes down. Now I like to look at studies completed for measuring aggression in video games. Violent video game studies often include aggression of fill-in-the-blank stories, noise tests, where the subject receives or dishes out terrible sound, and now of course someone would get violent or become mad or aggressive if they had to listen to terrible sound. Studies have also shown that those who play regular and violent video games altogether have a better time of dealing with getting mad because of losing and dying many times in playing video games. And finally, I'd just like to go over what I talked about, what politicians are saying about violent video games. Crime rates lowers as violent video games become more mainstream, and studies of violent video games for aggression. Now, I'd like to just leave you with this awesome quote by Marcus Brigstocke, which states, "If Batman had an effect us as kids, we'll all be running around in dark rooms, munching pills and listening to repetitive electronic music." And these are just some of the sites where I got my information from. Thank you.